This is Dimitri. We're from Econ TV, and today we're going to interview on Kevin about marginal benefits and marginal costs.
Today is SSEF2. The student will give examples of how rational decision making entails comparing the marginal benefits and the marginal costs of an action. A. Illustrate by means of a production possibilities curve the trade-offs between two options. And B. Explain that rational decisions occur when the marginal benefits of an action equal or exceed the marginal cost.
That's right, folks.
To have a general idea of what we're talking about, I'm going to explain what marginal costs and marginal benefits are. Marginal benefits is the additional satisfaction or utility that a person receives from consuming an additional unit of a good or service. A marginal cost is a change in the total cost that arises when the quantity produced has an increment by unit. That is, it is the cost of producing one or more units of a good. Just to show you what we're talking about, we're going to give you examples using consoles. In this example, we're going to use a Nintendo 64 and the Xbox One.
So in our production possibility curves, we're going to draw, of course, the PPC. On this side, we have the N64. And let me fix this line real quick. And on this side, we have the Xbox
One.
Okay. And right now, we are at this point, which is only 10K and 10K. This is how much we're making right now. Over the next decade, from 10K, we have developed more Xbox than we have from the Nintendo 64. Right now, we are at 50,000 Xbox Ones, and the Nintendo 64 dropped from 10K to 500 only being produced. Now people are demanding more of the Nintendo 64 and less of the Xbox One to make this even. And to do this, we got to decrease the production of Xbox One and increase on the Nintendo 64, which we'll try to go back down here to make this even. Because of the demand of more Nintendo 64, we have 20,000 produced Nintendo 64s, which causes this Xbox One to decrease down to only 1,000 produced for the Xbox One. And that is the marginal cost.
When choosing between products, there's always going to be marginal benefits and marginal costs. For example, the Nintendo 64 and the Xbox One. For the Xbox One, it's much more expensive, which is going to be the marginal cost. However, has much more better graphics and better gameplay rather than the Nintendo 64. So that's the marginal benefit. For the Nintendo 64 though, the marginal benefit would be it's much more cheaper and you can get much more games with it. But the marginal cost is lower graphics. So that's when you use rational decision making. Rational decision making is when you're deciding if the marginal benefits equals or exceeds the marginal cost.